Hello, this is JilliBling. Check out today's project. Isn't that beautiful? Kind of monochromatic. A little bit of sparkle. This is featuring Peaceful Evergreens bundle. So it has the 3 trees, snow swoosh, another snow, maybe a snowdrift, star, little drops of snow, and then a bunch of trees far off in the distance. And then of course there's all kinds of dies, and we'll use some of them today, and I've got 3 projects planned, so I think we'll be using them all. And the embossing folder. I just love this embossing folder. We'll be using this today too. And a little bit of pearlized enamel effects. This comes in a 3-pack of red, white, and black. And you could use it as little drops of snow. But today I want to kind of rub it on the trees to make them look shimmery and snowy. Okay, so we'll be using Peaceful Evergreens bundle, sparkling snowflakes mostly for the inside, make the season sparkle, because that's kind of all about sparkle. Peaceful Evergreens dies, and Peaceful Season dies for the words Christmas. And just 2 ink pads, crumb cake and basic beige. And a dauber. Okay, so here we go. I have some of the pieces already done, but I'll show you before, after they're done. Stripe trim, what is this called? Simply stripe trim, and it's iridescent. It's perfect for holiday projects because I think it's reminiscent of sparkly snow. We'll use that. Iridescent faceted gems come in 2 sizes, a large and a small. Be using a little bit of all of them, both of them. Tear tape, just because when you wrap the ribbon around, if you use glue, you have to hold it until the glue dries, and I'm impatient. Tear tape does the trick. This is from, it's right here. The die said Peaceful Season. So here's Christmas, ready to roll, and that's cut in crumb cake. And I'll list all the products used in the video description, and then also on my blog I'll have a link. And then you click on that and it lists every product that I used. Okay, so we're done with that. So Christmas in gold, cut that out, and I'm being a little bit careful, I guess just because you should, but there's an eye, there's the dot, and quite a few times I've lost the dot, and I had to run it through again, which is no big deal because on the corners of the gold paper, there's plenty of opportunity to make dots. But I have a little trick for putting that together. And then this is Seasons of Elegance designer paper. And when you get it, I think I've got it right over here. It comes in the beige with hints of crumb cake and gold. It's also in, I think it's garden green and olive, mossy meadow type colors, and then also cherry and red. All of them with gold hints. So I cut out the 3 tree outlines. And these dies are used to cut out the stamped trees. But for today, I'm trying to set them on this paper here. But for today, I'm just cutting them out with solid paper. Okay, so this paper, the back side is solid, no gold on it. And these are what the other pieces look like. They're beautiful. Oh, so it's pretty peacock, beige, red cherry, and different greens. Season of Elegance 12 by 12. 12 sheets. That means I didn't tell you about one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, now I'm curious. Greens, beige, red, peacock, green, Did I miss one? Beige cherry cobbler crumb cake, gray granite, lost lagoon, mossy meadow, old olive, peacock, and gold. 12 sheets. I didn't really answer my question. And I know you want to know it too. Okay, so this is a brand new, unopened package. I can't imagine, if I had to imagine, what other color would you like in here? It's like, oh, you've got everything covered. So, kind of a mystery. Green. Beige. Oh, there's two different ones using the beige. Okay, well, now we know. Okay, beautiful paper. Great for a background, great for trees. And then we'll use the gold paper for, the gold foil paper for the word Christmas. So Seasons of Elegance bundle, actually I think it's a product suite. It's on page 23 of the mini catalog. 23, here's a few more ideas. And here's some samples. And if ever you have a set and you're like, I don't know what to do with it. If you look at the catalog and just make one of them, in person it looks so much better than the photograph. The photograph is great, it gets you inspired. But having it in person, there's nothing like it. And then, here's the bundle. These words are great. That bundle with the Christmas, Peaceful Seasons, very pretty. Oh, the texture dots are nice. The embossing folder and the designer paper, they all go together. Okay, let's get started on this. So it's simply, oh, little Christmas. Simply fold it in half. And the paper cut sizes are in the video description too. Okay, and then, oh, you know, I have some stuff ready here, but I'll show you. Also, the sparkle paper is right here. Berry, granny apple, and white. And I've used up all the white, therefore I have all this extra because I want the white. Aren't we funny like that? And here is a piece of basic beige with the texture on it. Right there, you can see it. See how beautiful it is? But to accentuate a little bit, I want to put some of those pearlized effects, enamel effects on it. So let's do that, let it dry a bit. And then also, I'm going to do it on the inside. Same thing with just one tree. And then a little bit down here too. And then a sparkly tree over the top. But I want to get the pearlized effects drying. It doesn't take super long, but it's nice to have it done. Otherwise, it's a bit tacky. So this is for the inside. So you know the inside, let me stamp this. The front doesn't need any further stamping. Make the Season Sparkle is going to be done in crumb cake. First I was thinking, oh, red or something, but I'm trying to keep it a bit monochromatic. Okay. And then the trees I stamped in basic beige. Probably could have stamped all of them in, well, I don't know. I think the basic beige looks good there. Excuse me. Right down at the bottom. Okay. So now I will start using the pearlized enamel effects. I'm going to put some on these little trees. I'm going to start out by putting them here. And at first when I was doing it, I was putting it on my pinky and just rubbing it in. That's what I did for the front. And my pinky got all dirty, but because it's sparkly and it's planned, that's okay. But I found that if you just put it on the high points from the embossing folder, it works just as well. And I know it's a little bit streaky here, but I'm going to take my pinky and kind of rub it in and just try to have it on the tree area. If you look at the sample, I have it rubbed on way over off to the side, which probably isn't the best plan, but it just happened and I'm pretending like it's snow. I see a branch from the other tree. I'm just gonna not put anything on that. And this product, you can put it in like on as a drop, and it will look like a pearl after it dries. So it's nice that it's stiff enough, it's thick enough to hold the shape. But for the trees, I'm going to kind of smooth it out a little bit. And before it starts to dry too much, because I still want to put some of this on these trees, just gonna, oh, I got it over there. That's the snow. It's doing a little blizzarding business. And I'll do the same process on the front, and I'm just gonna let this dry. At this point, it's sticky. Okay, that's good. And so you can see the difference. And after it dries a little bit more, I'll put the sparkly white snowflake on it. So now, can you tell the difference between the one with the sparkle on it and the one that's just stamped? This one, it looks like it's stamped a little darker, but I'm gonna put just hints of it on here and not smear them in, just leave it as is. And I'm trying to do just little streaks of it. And when you start looking at the stamped image, there's certain areas that are absent ink, and I'm thinking the intent of that is for it to look like it's a snowdrift. So that's a perfect opportunity to put this pearlized enamel effects. Right over here, here. And then, and I'm just going to do a little bit down here to look like snowdrifts. And again, not trying to make it look too tall, just more streaks of it. And in the pictures on my blog, I'll make sure to take pictures so you can see those little details if they're not showing up clear here. Okay, so that is it. So let's do the front. This can dry. So the front is the same thing. Just streaks of it over the high points that the embossing folder left. My hand is saying, you need a binder clip to squeeze this bottle. Keep squeezing it. Oh. I wonder if I could be left-handed. I could try. No. And I'm not being precise because my pinky is gonna kind of rub it in. Oh, there we go, that's better. If you're doing this project, you're probably saying, yeah. Coming out? Oh, what's going on? Oh, oh. Well, that's going to be covered up by Merry Christmas. Gosh, now I want to somehow use that. What is happening? Is it back to working regular? Oh yeah, it is. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, I hope you're laughing too. Well, it's going to be smeared. Okay, do you ever do this? Okay. So it's squeezed. I wanted to take some of it back. Oh, it's kind of working. Oh, that kind of worked. Okay. Settle gravity, take it downward. I won't do this too much. I'll just toss it out, but you know, if I'm going through this, there's probably been times that you've had issues too. Come on. Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, one more time and then I'll stop this stamping crafting game. Oh, no. It's like, I'm done with that. I'll try it one more time. That tree just gets extra snow. No. Okay. Well, I think there's a way to pop this off. Do I even try to do that? Okay, enough of this. Okay, it's all cleaned up, and just don't do what I did. I have my brushes sitting over there. It's all hot in a bowl. It's convenient to have a napkin. Look at that, you wouldn't have even known. Well, there we go. Now it's not wet for it to smear. I'll just pick up some from here. This is the time where I hit stop on the video and do it fresh from the start. But you know, I'm sure you've had whoopses too. Well, this one just might end up looking better than the others. You never know. Okay, dry. Just dry. Okay, so let's get to making this card. Maybe if we do the Christmas words, because that takes just a minute to dry too. That would be a good thing. Okay. Christmas. So, I'm kind of mad at this right now. It's not really its fault. So I'm going to put on half the Christmas words, just a little thin bit of glue on the letters. And I'm making sure to get the tips, because those are the places that might get hung up when you're putting it in the envelope. So I'll go right to the S. Put that in place. And then the I, it's still in here, the dot. So I'll put a dot right on here. Lay this right on top. Get pokey. Put it right into place. And look at that. It's right where it should be. Because it's kind of like a rounded triangle shape, it gets confusing. It's like, well, what side goes up and what kind of position does it go in? That helps out with that too. And also trying to mess with that tiny little dot, the picker-upper helps tremendously. Okay, so Christmas. And there it is. And I'm trying not to get any glue on the foil top because it makes it dull. Okay, let's check on these trees. One, small, medium, large. So this is how it started out, and put the tree on top. It's like, yeah, that looks kind of cute. But then I decided I want the trees to stand out a little bit more. So I used a dauber and crumb cake ink. See if you can tell the difference. And I went around the edge of the trees to give them a little depth. Crumb cake. And just to note, the dauber and the ink, it will not apply ink to anywhere that there's the gold, just because it's slick and the ink won't stick to it. So you could try if you want, but I tried. It just doesn't stick. So no need to go across the tip because that's all gold. So let's see, the other ones, I have them kind of like the products picked out. It's going to be Pretty Peacock. Here, after I do this tree, I'll show you. And then the other one is Navy. Navy and white was somehow a sparkly snow, because I keep using the sparkly snow. But that's going to be the next one. Using the little snowflakes. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors. And then, oh, and this one I want to use, did you notice that there is, you're like, what is that? That's to make a bow. So this one is going to have a cherry cobbler, bow on it. Isn't that like handsome colors? So that's going to be the next one. And then that's how far I am with the next one. Navy blue, white, silver. Gonna be good. It's hard to go wrong when you've got lovely product. Speaking of lovely product, as a demonstrator, and anyone can be a demonstrator, and it doesn't mean you have to go out and demonstrate at places. You could be your own best customer. Stampin' Up! Loves all demonstrators, and nobody will ever guilt you into going out and demonstrating. But if you're even thinking about it, the quarterly quota is $300. So currently, if you spend $100 about a month, you would get a discount on it. You'd get a 20% discount. So it would no longer be $100 a month. And if you share, oh, here comes Roomba. If you share your hobby, like your neighbor comes over, and if your neighbor is like, hey, what you making? And you stamp together, your neighbor can help you fill your quarterly quota. If you just put in an order here or there for your neighbor, that's part of your quota. So you can do it. Anyhow, I say all of that because if you're a demonstrator, you get to see products about a month in advance. And we were able to order, and it's limited quantity. You can't say, oh, I want 10 of that, 10 of that. It's one of the stamp sets, and I think it's either 2 or 3 for the consumable products. But you can see the catalogs in advance, and you can order from them in advance. So yesterday I ordered stuff. If you have any questions about being a demonstrator, so you can give that a try, let me know. So I ordered stuff, actually quite a bit of stuff yesterday, and none of it is Christmas because it starts in January, and then there's Celebration, the best holiday Stampin' promotion of the year, where usually if you buy $50, you get something for free. They changed it to $60, but the way everything is going up, that just is what it is. But getting free is always good. And if you've ordered from me in the past 6 months, the catalog is on its way to you. Actually, both the catalogs. The holiday or the mini catalog beginning in early January, and the celebration catalog. I put in the order yesterday, and they'll come by on or before January 10th. But as soon as it goes live, if you don't have your catalog, as soon as it goes live, you'll be able to see it online, which is fun. Fun, fun, fun. There's a lot of cute stuff. So there's one thing in there that I keep remembering, and it's a suite, and it has like gardening, and then over here it has storybook fables. And when I saw that, storybook fables in particular, it really tugged at my heartstrings, just because we have a new baby in the family. He's 1 month old, and my kids, the nursery was Beatrice Potter, and this to me looks just like Beatrice Potter. And I didn't get it just because it seems like, is that part of the past? And I don't want to do old stuff. But if everyone is going crazy, as it seems like they are, what's old again is new again. So maybe it's come back around. And then I was thinking the gardening, and then I'm thinking about Peter Rabbit, how he likes to go and get into the garden. At first I was thinking, okay, but I just did one of those like 2 years ago. I had a lot of fun with the gardening set and the shovels and everything. I think it was like a gardening tool shed, and it could be for girls or boys. But the more I looked at this bundle, they've got a die that will cut out the mound of dirt, and it has little cuts so that you could have the produce coming up from the ground. It's really cute, and it's got everything that you can imagine that you need in it. But that whole bundle is like, oh, I really like, and I didn't get it, but I never know. I just might end up getting it like a week from now. I'm trying to hold back. What else is in there? A mushrooms one. Mushrooms, personally for me, I don't mind them. I know some people are like a yes, other people are a no. But then there's also the mushrooms that are happy mushrooms. And I don't do those, but I know a lot of people do. But mushrooms are kind of trendy. Last year too, everyone, I see mushrooms. How's my spot? That's all going to be covered. How's that? That's a little thick. That's just a bit tacky, but I think we could work with that. But there's a mushroom set, and it has a punch. Usually everything has dies. This one has a punch. So I got that. What else? There's a floral set in there, and I always end up getting the floral sets. There is a dinosaur set. So it has a lot of good, cute products. I look forward to you all seeing it, and let me know what you think. When I get the catalog, the box of the product, I'll do a catalog unboxing. I didn't get everything. If I got everything good, I mean, that would be something. I got probably half of what's good, just because I don't need it. And you know, I've been trying, I feel obligated. If I have the bundle, like this one, I have to use it. I have to use it at least once. And when you look in here, you're like, you haven't even touched that. But I'm trying, I'm doing it. I haven't even used the trees. I haven't used hardly anything. So if I get it, I'm going to use it somehow. So I'm trying to hold back. I think Stampin' Up, they know that the girls are like, I have to have everything. I have to have it all. This one could go here. I forgot to start watching the time because today Mom and I were getting our nails done and some errands. I have to pick her up. I forgot what time. I think like in about an hour. So it's good. We go every 2 weeks. And you know, those of you that get your nails done all the time, I have a PSA for you, which I've been getting my nails done for forever. And my nail guy brought this up, which is, yeah, your nails grow really fast. He says, but the way that the stuff stays on them, you don't have to have new stuff, that powdery gel stuff that they do. You don't have to have that every time. Why don't you just come in for a polish change? I said, you think I could do that? And I've been doing it. This is like my 3rd time. So today I'll go in, because last time he put the stuff on there. So today I'll go in, he'll take off the polish, he'll make it all smooth, and then he'll just put a coat of nail polish on it. And it's less expensive. I like that. So I think Mama's going to start trying that too. But I have a feeling that the nail people don't like that because they don't make as much money. But every time that he sees my nails after I do that, he goes, your nails are much happier doing it this way because there isn't the sanding on top every time. I'm like, oh, okay. And you can't even tell. After you put the polish on it today, you can't tell that it was not filled in. It was just polish change. So if you get your nails done, just maybe think about it and talk to your person knowing that they might be like, I'm going to make like half the money. But I always get that fancy polish that you have to sand off. Because you know, I put my fingers into that darn stuff. Pearlized white effects. But they don't show it. That's why I like that gel stuff. Okay, so this is going to go on here, maybe a little bit low, so the word Christmas can be up above it, and then this can act as like a little snowbank. It's a little bit of a stretch as I stretch the ribbon across, just because it's straight, and a snowbank is probably like drifts. Tear tape. Tear tape has its purpose. You don't have to wait for it to dry, and it holds really strong. And I'm purposely trying to get it right to the edge of my tear tape, because if I didn't have it to the edge, then it would kind of lift wherever the ribbon was. And if you go over, like I did on both of these, here, that's some dark. So I went kind of over right there. You just fold it back. I think my puddle of pearl enamel effects is kind of dry, and I think it's going to be covered. A little bit of a fold back. And then glue. Because this embossing folder has textured the paper, where it's flat, I'm just going to do regular. But down at the bottom where there's a lot of texture, I'm going to be a little bit heavy with the glue. Just because paper to paper contact where the glue is, there's not that much contact. Okay. And we can't have our cards falling apart. So this goes right in the middle. The tear tape is holding it. Usually if it's glue, it kind of squishes around. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, I'm going to do it like I know to do it. Diagonal corners. Look at the top, look at the bottom. Top, bottom, they're equal. Okay. Today has been like a day of challenges. But I'm overcoming them. Just little challenges. Oh, get to do the double bow. So the double bow on the sample card, it's kind of all riding up and all proud. It's like I should put some glue dots to kind of calm it down. But every time I look at it, it's just kind of like a ornery 1-year-old, 2-year-old, and just having a little fit. But it's just so pretty. Probably like a 1-year-old or 2-year-old for anyone but the parents. It's cute. I think it's cute when it's a little crazy. It's an ornery bow. Okay, so I'm going to purposely try to have this one go curling downward, so it's not being a bad bow. Or if it is, maybe that's just fine. Okay, there's the bow. Let's see what it's going to do. It's a little bit more in line and calm. Okay, let's put the Christmas on. This goes on the inside. Here's my inside. How's that drying? That's fine. Oh, see my puddle? It's covered. Yeah, we're done with the ribbon. This has been on back order. I think it comes off back order. Just a minute, I might have my note. I think it's like next month. But if ever you are wanting something and it's on back order, or it just says you cannot order it, if ever you want to know what's going on here, let me know, and or ask, and I can tell you. I could look it up and I could tell you the approximate date it's coming in. Oh, and that's another thing, is when I look it up under inventory status, it says it's coming in the week of, for instance, those little peppermint gems, which are back in stock. It says it's coming in the week of November 18th. So a lot of people, November 18th, first thing in the morning, they get over there and they're like, I thought it was coming in. And then you call demonstrator support and they say, oh, it's coming in the week of November 18th. You're like, oh, anytime this whole week. Oh, a little bit disappointed, but what I've found with that is, yes, it is coming in the week of the 18th, but if you think about Stampin' Up! Having a truck come to their warehouse, it comes in on Monday, okay, and you have to have staff to unload it, it's on a pallet, you have to have staff check it, and it's like, yep, it's here. Then they have to put it back into their inventory supply. So somebody has to go in and say, yes, it's here, and we have this many. Then it has to be taken from the pallet out to wherever it lives out in the warehouse. Aisle 4, section 2, column, you know what I mean. So that takes a little bit of time. So if you have all that in mind, it comes in the week of the November 18th. Give them, Stampin' Up, before you try ordering, give them until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, then try, and guess what? Usually it's there. And if nothing else, try the next morning. I don't think that they work all night long, but I've had pretty good success with, okay, if ever you have dimensional goo on your snips, I've had good success with that dot plan. And then sometimes it isn't in on Tuesday morning, and I go and I check and it's been moved back a week. It's like, oh, it wasn't on the truck. Okay, now gems. Adhesive remover, good thing. And also if you get like your tape runner from your Stampin' Seal on your paper, and every time you put something down it sticks to it and it tears the back of your cardstock, this little thing right here is really good. And you can get them on Amazon or art supply places. Stampin' Up! Used to carry them, but I think they said, no, everyone has those. You all can get them anywhere. So now they don't carry. Sparkles at night. Okay, make the season sparkle, it says right here. And all of my problematic pearlized effects has come out just fine. Even this one that I wasn't able to smear, that one comes out fine too. This one that I had a big blob on, just don't look hard. It's fine. Okay, so a little bit of glue on this. Ooh, the inside is almost done. Just have to stick it in there. Christmas cards. I like to do them, if possible, a little bit more on the flat side. In other words, no big old ornery double bow, but it's really pretty. I've made lots of Christmas cards. Have I designated any one this year's Christmas card? Nope. I might go through my stash and say, ooh, I've got a few of that. Ooh, a few of that. And then they could go specific to the person. Okay. Because the embossing folder kind of, it made the paper a little bit curly. So I might have to do that big block on it with weight on it. That's what you all use your big blocks for now, right? Okay, so this, let's see how it sticks down. Top is fine. There's no curly to the top. It's just right over here. Okay, it's doing just fine. So that is it for today's project. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.